The Spurs play before the hometown crowd here live in San Antonio, Texas. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game, and it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And here are the Spurs. Outside Tatum. Pass to Warren. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Robinson pulls it in. Now Simmons. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Now Tatum following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Some nice passing by New York here. Takes a three. And that one is off. It's the Spurs taking it the other way.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Guys, I did catch up with the head coach of the Knicks. He wants to win his second game of the season against this team, and the key, he said, is about limiting drives and penetration. He added, we can't allow them to play to their strengths, finishing around the rim. So it's important for us to own the paint. We'll see who wins that battle, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And that one hits back iron.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there. Well, back in 2017, Denny played professionally in his home country, representing Israeli basketball. He was a stud.
And Warren, here we go. Some solid defense from Robinson. And so Simmons will bring it up for New York. Still without a basket in the game. And Mitchell gets it to go. And for Avdia, he managed Brent to rack up 3 consecutive Israeli League championships.
Yeah, he really was the go-to guy, and he became the youngest MVP in league history at the tender age of 19. So doing all of that before entering the 2020 draft had a lot of NBA teams intrigued that, look, this guy has played in big games and in big moments. Could he do that for us?
San Antonio making a switch here. Simmons left side. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. San Antonio leading. Shot from free throw range. Bank shot, no good. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Three-pointer, Markkanen. They get it back. Washington, that's for 2. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
How about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs. first quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. A 3-ball. Pass to Washington for 3. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3-point range. Washington's got 5.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And he uses the glass on the layup. Finney-Smith's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Into the lane.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was short, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Inside. Thompson inside. Off target with the jump hook. 56 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
No answer for Simmons, a tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, Jordy. Magic Johnson, Oscar Robertson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019.
Oh,
Man.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Markkanen in the corner. A 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Down low. And another turnover here by San Antonio.
The ball goes to the away team. Coming out of the floor for your Spurs, Denny.
Mitchell looking it over. No good on the last second attempt there. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Knicks up 4.
The away team. 14.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
Fires for 3. Avdia can't hit.
Yeah, nice effort there in tracking down the long rebound.
Mitchell in the corner. Off target from 3-point range.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. Outside Warren. Pass to Martin. Over Washington. The kick out to Tatum. Just 4 to shoot. With the shot. And the shot is long. The Knicks leading by 4. Simmons on the wing. Back to Mitchell. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Warren.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Back to Mitchell. The 3. No good on that one. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Back to Warren. Got it. Good job in the low post. Warren's got his second basket of the game. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Hunt. Fires from deep. Tatum's shot is off. New York leading by 5. Mitchell in the corner. From deep. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Mitchell's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
And the shot by Warren, no good. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. They host the 76ers after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Just loves it. Loves to play like a guard and shoot it from the perimeter. Markkanen's bread and butter.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Driving in. And that one drops for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
For 3, Mitchell. Pass to Dunleavy. Some nice passing by New York here. Shot clock at 6. Carson grabs the board. Kicks it out to Mitchell. It's tipped. They get it back. Here's Lambert. Jones trying to get open. They shoot again. Williamson. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Pass to Baldwin. Over Williamson. They get it again. Here's New York. They're on an 11-2 run. For 3, Mitchell sinks the three-pointer. Mitchell's got the lead up to 14 now for New York.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
This one for 3. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Mitchell. He takes it in. Dunleavy for three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's New York. They're on a 17-4 run right now. Pass to Kennard. Kennard on the wing. Hits it from three-point range. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Coach is wanting Luke Kennard to get aggressive with his shots. That's a nice catch and shoot.
To the left wing. To the inside. A nice shot by Baldwin. Baldwin's got his first 2 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
For 3, Dunleavy. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's New York in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Things have been clicking offensively, defensively, you name it. And they are riding this wave of momentum. And we'll be right back after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's get an update on Donovan Mitchell. What's the status there, David?
Hey, guys, the head athletic trainer for the Knicks gave us some information. He informed me that the knee was bent slightly backwards and is indeed hyperextended, but that there does not appear to be any structural damage. Well, this is definitely unlucky, and especially right at the start of the season. The adjustments will be plentiful going forward. Kevin?
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Jones, no luck.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Warren trying to break loose. Tatum gets the bucket. Tatum's got his first bucket of the night.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop the layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Outside Tatum. The 15-footer. Avdia can't hit. New York leading by 16. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Back to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Over in the corner, Avdia. Pass to Hammonds. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
First personal foul.
The Spurs have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him. So both teams changing it up here. So he gets them both. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And DA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD. The 2 players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. I'll hit those all day long. David, thank you.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Mitchell right side. Launches it. Knocks down the 3 ball. Mitchell's got 17.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And that one's good, Hammonds. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. To the middle. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 19 points.
I don't think this is a conditioning issue, but they look like they've lost their legs here in the second half.
Greg, an outstanding scorer. Donovan Mitchell takes it to another level in the playoffs, doesn't he?
And Kevin, how about all of his averages go up come playoff time? Spider is a guy who wants the limelight, and like other stars, takes on more of a load in the postseason.
Pass to Jones. Outside for Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he sees it.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for New York?
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. A challenging stretch for San Antonio here. Here's Hunt. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Carson. Deflects the pass. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And stolen by Simmons. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. Poked away. Here's Hunt. Here's Carson. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now is massive.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Here's McCarthy. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Here's Simmons. 6 points for him.
Stay there.
Kennard for 3. Kept alive by New York.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Well, the ferociousness that Robinson can have around the rim is impressive.
And Jones has it in the corner. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. New York shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Away team ball.
.11 seconds left here in the third quarter. Simmons with it. Mitchell outside. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
3.
Mitchell's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Knicks. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for New York. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. Right back. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here is Simmons. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences, get ourselves fired up. You game?
Come on, Greg, I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it. And the Spurs making a change here.
Now into the lineup for your Spurs.
And so it's New York with it. To the paint. 5 to shoot. Down low. Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Lobbed up there for Mitchell. Knocked away. Pass to Baldwin. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Finney-Smith. That 3 off the mark. Now here's Kennard. From outside off the mark. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
It's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
That one misses.
A walking triple-double threat. Simmons needs to keep working on developing that jump shot to be truly unguardable.
Thompson outside. Shoots over Markkanen. And he can't bank that one in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Offensive rebound. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple. Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Substitution for
San Antonio making a switch here.
Warren. Delon Wright.
third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pass to Warren. Over Markkanen. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Here's Simmons. New York moving it around. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. With social media and the cult celebrity, a lot of pitfalls for players. Brent, is the NBA doing a good job preparing them to face those very public challenges?
It's a really good question, Kevin. And I think what's interesting is to study players who've been in the NBA for a while that are embracing social media versus what you're seeing with younger players who have grown up with social media and how they handle that dynamic coming in. And I think, quite frankly, the younger players are a lot better at doing it than some of the older players.
Well, look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. 6 to shoot. Johnson. The rebound by the Spurs. Pass to Tatum. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Johnson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Personal foul. Second team.
That free throw missing. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the games. Now a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
Tatum, no good.
2 minutes remaining.
Now the Knicks with it.
2 minutes.
Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. To the middle. Stolen. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Huge fan of how Tatum runs the floor. It's almost a lost art. Terrific when he's in attack mode, in transition, putting a lot of pressure on that defense.
A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
And the media is able to vote on awards like All Rookie, but Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hand. And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for New York.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for New York.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
And they pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And you watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Donovan Mitchell.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Donovan Mitchell.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Here he goes. Kept alive. From deep Washington. No good there.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Inside. Stolen by Markkanen. Pass to Johnson. Launches a 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Not a coach in the league would be displeased with that kind of energy and effort that Mitchell Robinson showed there.
Here's Martin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
P.J. Washington. First personal
That
foul.
free throw, no good.
First team foul.
And the second free throw, good. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They lead by 29. 1 second left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And a surprising timeout here with the game in the bag.
Sometimes you want to have these teachable moments on the floor and not in the next day's film session, so coach electing to do that here.
Substitution on court.
For three, Mitchell off on that one. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them.